Good morning. All right, y'all ready? It's time to get real. Woo, woo. Restoration. Hmm. Good morning, good morning, good Sunday morning to you. You are tuned into Real Praise with Leesha. That's me. And we are going to get real this morning, restored, elevated, affirmed, and liberated as we get ready to receive everything God has in store for us today. So I've got just one question for you. Are you ready to be real? Oh, I hope you are. We've got great music, great inspiration, the church check-in, and so much more. I'm really excited about today. It is the first Sunday of February. I I've got so much to talk about today, but first, what I'd like to start our morning off with is this amazing song. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about it, how I came to learn about it, and he's re-released it, and it's so amazing. It's Jonathan Nelson and Purpose with Manifest, and that's what we're gonna do this morning is manifest. Amen. We're praise 107.9. Yeah, yeah, yeah. God really is about to do a new thing. Yes, indeed. Great Sunday morning to you guys. Whoop, whoop. Good morning, Tia. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to Real Praise with Leisha behind the scenes, where you get a little bit of this, all of this, actually. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad you're here. Um, we're getting real this morning. We're going to get really real this morning. Um, and I'm excited about it. So right now, y'all, well, let me give you all of the things, right? So uh, every Sunday, I'm here on air at Praise 107.9 in Jacksonville, Florida. And so, good morning, John McCaskill. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm over here trying to share this on all of the pages, right? Um, but I'm on air live here in Jacksonville, 7 to 11 every Sunday. And I'm on here giving you the behind the scenes at the top of the show, right? And we do a couple of things here. We do the church check-in. We what else do we do? Good morning, Miss Anita. We got church check-in. We got song requests and a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know why my Facebook is looking real crazy right now. I'm trying to do stuff and it's just like, nah. It's okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this and then do this, and then I'm gonna be done with that. At any rate, we do church check-in requests, and if you stand or sit in need of prayer, I want to make sure that we pray, whether corporately or you send me a DM. I don't want to miss an opportunity to pray with and for you, because listen, prayer is necessary and needed at all times. And okay, I'm just gonna leave that alone. Anyway, prayer is necessary and needed at all times. And we need him all the time. Amen. I know I do. And if you don't, I don't even know what to say about that. For real. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about that. Anyway, I'm excited about this morning. Why? A couple of reasons. One, we're 5 weeks away from my birthday. Whoop whoop. Uh hashtag agree 43. I will be 43 in 5 weeks, exactly 5 weeks from today. If you've never been with me for a birthday, I like to celebrate. I like to do a countdown. I've been counting down since 90 days. And we're down to 35. So whoop whoop. Um, but I'm also excited. Okay, first, because I'm hearing the song that's on the radio right now, right? I'm excited about this song. Um, because a lot of people are just coming into talking about manifestations and stuff, and God has been telling us to manifest for a very long time, right? So um just speaking things, uh uh okay, sorry, programming, there's a lot going on this morning. But anyway, um the song Manifest came up first, and I remember the first time I heard that. I was at Greater Mount Calvary Holy Church in Washington, D.C., and um Dottie Jones sang that song with the one of the choirs, Alfred Owens Chorale, I believe. Uh, I just remember I had never, I feel like I had heard the song before, but I had never heard it sang like that. And if you've never heard Dottie Jones sing, I'm sure you have, you just didn't know it was her. But like, you ever heard somebody sing that embodies the song, like you feel the song because they sang it? That's Dottie Jones, and she sang the song, and I really, it made me think about it. Jonathan Nelson is an amazing writer, um, and he was doing that song. He had written that song years before, but like, just when you talk about manifesting and speaking, uh the things that you believe God for. Good morning, Latanya. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, tuning in. Y'all go check her out. If you're in Jacksonville, check her out at the Ramona Flea Market. Um, you know, I I I'm talking about manifestation and speaking God's promises over your life. And that's what I talk about um every I say that every week, right? My baby still seems like you're a teenager. Thank you. I feel like a teenager. um but I say that, speaking God's promises over your life because they are yes and amen, right? Speaking the things that you don't see, speaking those things that are not as though they were, um, being able to see past what you physically see, right? And when people talk about uh the bad things always seem to happen. Why? Because that is what they're believing and they are speaking. And so um I always want us to be in a place of speaking the thing that God promised. God didn't promise sickness. God didn't promise uh you know fear. He didn't promise the negative things, right? And so we have to speak to his promise. Doesn't mean those things won't happen, doesn't mean those things won't come. It just means we have a different focus than that problem, than that situation, than that hardship. And so um as we start speaking his promises, as we start believing what he said, as we start remembering that the kind of God that he is, it'll change our perspective and it will change our situation. I don't know how it works. I just know that it works. And hold on, y'all. Nope, I need to talk after the song. Okay, I got a minute. So I want us to be able to be in a place, to be in a space, to um remember the kind of God that we serve. Remember who he is Remember that he's the creator of the universe. Remember that he is um the one who parted the Red Sea. I'm reading the Bible chronologically, and it's first of all, I didn't even realize some of these things went in the order that they did. Oh, we're gonna talk about that in a second. Yes, yes, yes. He's my rock. He is my rock. Ooh, listen. Okay, so we were talking about we start off the morning with Manifest, Jonathan Nelson and Purpose, Manifest, and then we just heard from Brie Babineau, He's My Rock. And if we put these two together, right, we can speak his promises because we know the foundation that we have in him, right? He's our rock. He is the solid rock on which we stand. On which we stand. All other ground is sinking sand, right? That's what she just sang. We're going to talk about that a little bit. I am on social media right now on Facebook and Instagram. You can check me out there. Type in Real Praise or Real Praise with Leesha. Join the conversation. I'd love to see you over there. We're talking about God's promises. We started off talking about manifest, and just want to share the story for those of you who might not jump on. Um, I told the folks online already, but the first time I heard that song and really felt that song, I was at Greater Mount Calvary Holy Church in Washington, D.C., and Dottie Jones sang the lead on that song. And when I tell you, I had never felt a song like that before. It was crazy, ridiculous. But then I started, really listening to the lyric. Like she made me feel the lyrics of the song. Jonathan Nelson, great writer, awesome song. I thank God for using him in such a way. But you know, it made me really want to learn more about um, speaking God's promises and manifesting the things that He has in store for me to become who He designed me to be and you to be. We're going to talk about manifestation on social media. So come on in the room, Facebook or Instagram, Real Praise or Real Praise with Leisha. And I'd love to see you over there. We've got more great music coming up in just a bit. We've got Jermaine Dolly, Dietrich Haddon, and more right here on the Ultimate Gospel Experience where Praise 107.9. All right. So, talking about manifestation, talking about manifesting the things that God has in store for us, right? So let's talk about this for a minute, right? Let's talk about um is that so loud? I'm sorry, y'all. It just sound like my headphones are really loud. So, um I want to share the lyrics of the song, right? Um because manifest lyrics. Oh wait. Nope, hold on. I need to put who I need to put who because apparently a whole bunch of people Jonathan Nelson manifest lyrics. Boom. Okay. Because, you know, I am so much a lyrics person, right? I love words of hymns, psalms, hymns, spiritual songs. I because that's what gives a song credence, right? That's what gives the song its power. That's what gives the song its oomph, right? So, here are the lyrics. Pregnant possibilities, now birth anew, travailing to obtain it, for it must come to pass. I'm going to stop right there. I'm not going to preach this song. I might. We'll see. Um, for those of us who uh, have had children, right? Those of us who have birthed children, um, we think about being pregnant and birthing the child, right? Um, I remember the night before I was going in for my C-section. I remember Gavin was breech up until the night before. Like the reason I had scheduled the C-section because he had been breached the whole time. He was just like, nah, I'm just gonna sit this way. That Monday night, he was born on a Tuesday. That Monday night, he decided to turn. He decided to shift. And in his shifting, that caused me pain. Uh his shifting inside of me caused me pain. Now, I realized that there would be gain at the other end of it because, he was doing stuff, he was, on his way. But in the process of him, I didn't know what was happening, right? I didn't know what he was doing in there. I just knew that it hurt me. I just knew that it caused me pain while he was shifting things inside of me. And so hold on, y'all. Copy. Okay. Um, so when I think about the song and when I heard it the first time, that didn't like it made sense lyrically, right? I understood. I'd seen people pregnant. I'd seen, you know, people who had babies, like, okay, um, I know it's gonna happen. But when I had my kid, this song made even greater sense to me because I'd been through it. I had travailed when the thing shifting inside me caused me pain, but I knew it had to be birthed. I knew my son had to be born. I knew it would come to pass. So, um, when you've got something inside of you that you know is going to be a blessing, that you know is going to bless others, that you know is going to change the world, you have these possibilities, you have these things inside of you that you know are going to change your situation, they're going to change your world. But there are times when it shifts and it causes you pain. And we have to push through because we know that thing has to happen. There is something on the inside of you that is supposed to happen. There is something on the inside of you that is supposed to come forth. There is something on the inside of you that really is designed for the world. And it might just be designed for one person in this world, but it is something that you have to put forth. It is something that you have to push out. It is something that you have to do in order to share this with the world. And so I haven't even gone through the whole song. This is just the first four lines of the song because it must come to pass. And so, what I'm encouraging you this morning, and we're going to go through the rest of the lyrics, but I want to encourage you this morning is to speak that thing. Speak about that thing, the thing that is inside of you that you know has to come forth. For me, it's real. It's the real you. My nonprofit, I know that has to come forth. I know it must come to pass. And it sometimes causes me pain because I'm not doing it the way I'm supposed to be doing it. And maybe I could just be speaking to myself. If I'm not, just let me know. But what I'm saying is there is something on the inside of each of us that must come to pass. Now, in everything that I do, this thing, this real being restored, elevated, affirmed, and liberated is not just a catchy thing or a kitschy thing. No, it is something on the inside of me that seeps out. Everything that I do has real attached to it. Everything that I do from my business, the way that I do photography and videography, the way that I record, I think about it from a real perspective. Everything that I do, this show, real praise, the show that I do during the week, I am real. Everything that I do, it's in the inside of me and it just keeps seeping out. I need to just go ahead and go forth with it, right? I just need to like, okay, I just got to be real. I really do. And I live my life that way, but there is more that I have to do, right? So I let me go back to the lyrics. Excuse me. So pregnant possibilities now birth anew, travailing to obtain it, for it must come to pass. That thing inside of you must come to pass. So today we're going to do, let's go to the next lines. I decree it, declare it, and call it in the spirit to become what God designed me to be. Today, as we do each and every day, as we do every week, we're going to declare that thing. We're going to decree that thing. We're going to declare that thing, the thing that's inside of us, right? The thing that is, that gets us up in the morning, the thing that helps us to move and do. We have to declare it each and every day, because some days we don't want to do it. There are days I don't want to be real. I don't want to be restored, elevated, affirmed, or liberated. I just want to sit in this thing because it's been comfortable. But the problem is the comfort doesn't last long, because the thing inside of us is shifting, because it must come to pass. So we have to decree it, declare it, and call it in the spirit to become what God's designed me to be, to become what God's designed you to be. So declare that thing. There's something on the inside of you that you need to declare even now. There's something that you need to call in the spirit even now. You already know there's a thing inside of you that must come to pass. There is something inside of you that must come to pass. You already know what it is. You don't need to, feel like you need to rediscover your purpose. You know what the thing is. You know what God gave you. You know the things you went through for him to give it to you, right? Even when you didn't want that lesson, when you didn't want that thing, when you didn't want to know about that thing, uh God put that thing inside of you. He allowed you to experience some things in life to become who he's designed you to be. You had to go through that horrible situation to become who God's designed you to be. You had to go through that. You know what that is, in order to become who God designed you to be. And so let's manifest these things, the things that he's designed for us to be able to impact the world. Okay, let's go on to the next verse. It says, your future, your promises shall be fulfilled. Yes, you shall obtain it, for it must come to pass. Your future, your promises shall be fulfilled. Yes, you shall obtain it, for it must come to pass. I decree it, declare it, and call it in the spirit. Manifest, manifest, manifest. All right? Hold on, y'all. Okay, wait. I'm about to get real hype in here. I am. I'm about to get real hype in here. And let's, we talk about manifestation. Okay? Manifest definition. Let's look at the definition of manifest, okay? Display or show by one's acts or appearance. Demonstrate. That's the verb of manifest. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about it in an active form, right? In an action form. Display or show a quality or feeling by one's acts or appearance, to demonstrate. So, because if we go back to the song lyrics, right? If we go back to the lyrics, pregnant possibilities now birth anew, travailing to obtain it, for it must come to pass. I decree it, declare it, and call it in the spirit to become what God's designed me to be. Your future, your promises shall be fulfilled. Yes, you shall obtain it, for it must come to pass. I decree it, declare it, and call it in the spirit. Manifest, manifest, manifest. become what God's designed me to be. You are what God's designed you to be. I am what God's designed me to be. You are what God's designed you to be. My encouragement to you today is to take those lyrics and apply them to your life. Take those words and make it make sense to you. Speak God's promises over your life because they are yes and amen. I'm not just saying that as a kitschy close. I mean, it is. Hey, it's a good close. It sounds real good. But I need you to take that to heart and manifest. There are things inside of you that God has put in there for you to share with the world. So manifest those things. It's an act. It is not just sitting back and looking at it like, oh yeah, I should do that. Oh yeah, it should be like that. No, manifest means an act. Manifest means to demonstrate. So demonstrate the fact that you believe God's promises. Demonstrate the fact that you are who He designed you to be. Demonstrate the fact that you can decree and declare it and call it in the spirit. Demonstrate these things and manifest God's promises because they are yes and they are amen. You might not see it right now, but even whatever you're in right now, whatever you're going through right now, whatever you're speaking right now, speak God's promises over your life. Manifest God's promises. Demonstrate the fact that you believe God. Demonstrate the fact that you believe what He said to you. The thing that He put inside of you is for uh, growing His kingdom, but it's also for your good. I didn't even mean to go all the way in on today, but that song put me in a place. That song put me in a place because I remembered the first time I heard it, and I remembered what it meant to manifest, what it meant to truly speak that. And I listen, I'm speaking to myself as well. I'm not telling you something that I don't need myself. Okay? Cuz I need it too. There are some things that there are some things. There are some things. Oh, oh God, but I thank you. Oh God, I thank you. I thank you for your word, and I thank you that we are manifesting these things even now, God. Hold on, y'all. Yes, God's grace. We are thankful for God's grace. Yes, Luther Barnes and the Restoration Worship Center choir with God's grace right there. Before that, we heard Dietrich Haddon, Open Door Season, and we started off this music set with Jermaine Dolly and I'll Go. I'm just so grateful for the music here. I'm grateful for the things that uh God is doing through the music, through the live. Listen, I went all the way in. Y'all can check out the replay later. Um, but I'm grateful to God. I'm grateful to God for His grace, like we just heard. I'm grateful to God for the open door season. I'm grateful to God that I can tell Him I'll go, even though sometimes I might not feel like it. Be like, for real, you want me to go there? But you know what? We're talking about manifestation this morning. We're manifesting things. We're speaking God's promises that are yes and amen. That I encourage you to do that every time I'm on here. But I really want you to take it to heart today. I really want you to uh take let it absorb within you, soak it all up. There we go. That's what I that's what I was trying to get to. I was doing hand motions anyway. I really want you to soak up the fact that God has promises for you. He's told you these. He shared these with you, and if you've forgotten it, ask Him to remind you of the promises, and then ask Him for the help to do it, to walk it out, to Speak his promises because they are yes and amen, and they are greater than your situation. They are greater than whatever you see right now in front of you. And if you see great things, then know that he has greater in store. If you see not so great things, know that he's got greater in store. Either way, he's got greater in store for us. And so let's speak to the greater that he has in store for us. Amen. Amen. All right. Well, y'all, let's go on keep the praise going right now. Here's Kirk Franklin with Love Theory on Praise 107.9. All right, y'all. Well, my time is up. But I will encourage you, as I do, to use today to set the tone for your week. Speak God's promises over your life because they are yes and they are amen. Speak them out of your mouth so that you hear yourself say it and everyone and everything around you can hear it as well. Lord willing and the creek don't rise. I will see you all again next week. Let's say goodbye to IG and Facebook. Have an amazing week.